Hey, how's it going, peeps? It's your boy Ozzy here. Oh, my camera's starting a little shaky. Today we're going to talk about the Detroit Pistons. For those of you who aren't really subscribed to me and are just following this because of the trade I'm going to be talking about, here at this channel, we are diehard Pistons fans. Detroit versus everybody. Anyway, for those of you who are underneath a rock and haven't been following the NBA, the Celtics just traded us Avery Bradley and a second-round draft pick for Marcus Morris. I personally liked Marcus Morris. He was one of my favorite Pistons. And to be honest, KCP was one of my favorite Pistons. But unfortunately, it looks like he's going to go. They just gave our rights away from him. So he is officially an unrestricted free agent, and the rumors are that he's either going to go to Brooklyn or LA. So we'll see where that's going, but that's for a different video, a different point in time. Avery Bradley, in my opinion, is slightly better than KCP. He's definitely a better scorer. I think he averaged around 16 to 17 points this season, and every year he's improved. He's just as good defensively as KCP is, if not a little bit better. The only downside to Avery Bradley is he's like 26 or 27, so he's been around for a little bit. I think he's been in the league for about 7 years now, but every year he's improved, which is always a good sign. But he's at his prime right now, so you can look. He might score about 18 to 19 this year. Seeing that he's got a different point guard with Reggie Jackson if he doesn't get traded before this video is uploaded, with all those crazy rumors going around with Drummond and Reggie. Isaiah Thomas for the Celtics was a ball-dominant scoring first point guard, and you never really get to see a true guy's potential unless you get a guy like a Magic Johnson, which is a rare type of player, or we'll go a Rondo, who's a pass first point guard and helps everyone in the system improve. So Reggie's really not a pass first point guard. He is more of a scoring point guard, but he's not as effective as Isaiah Thomas is. He's more of a fourth quarter take over the game kind of a scorer. So he'll get the pick and roll going with Drummond. Hopefully, if Reggie's healthy, that'll be back to business. And then we like taking it out to the wings with Tobias and I guess now Avery Bradley. Depth-wise, I assume we'll be seeing more of Stanley Johnson. Probably some more. Well, I guess we haven't really seen him play a whole lot in the NBA. Henry Ellison. He was the guy we drafted last year, mid-first round. I think he was like the 12th or 11th pick. I like the guy. I want to see him play some more. And then Luke Kennard, the guy we just drafted this year. Hopefully he will get some playing time. I liked what I've seen from both those guys in Summer League, even though it is just the Summer League. We'll see how that's going to go this year. But I think the Pistons put themselves in a hole with all these contracts they gave out. Now, Drummond at the time deserved the max contract. Reggie deserved the max contract. But we're paying people like Boban, who we didn't play hardly at all last season, $20 million. We're giving Ish Smith around $20 million. John Lewis, I think he's got like $50 million for like 3 years, was retarded. The guy sucks, something awful. Is there anyone else who's got a bad contract off the top of my head? No, I don't know. There probably is. So I mean, all those contracts cost us of getting rid of KCP. Now, KCP, again, was one of my favorite Pistons to root for. He was dominant in the playoffs when we played in the playoffs against Cleveland. What was that, 2 years ago now? I thought when we got Bradley, we were going to try to make some more cap room. Which I know trading Marcus Morris wouldn't make sense for that, since Marcus Morris was only making like $5 million. But if we could have got Avery Bradley and KCP back on the same team, that would have been the Splash Brothers on defense, basically. Probably, I don't know what their nickname would be, but we're not going to worry about it since it's never going to happen. I don't know what Stan Van Gundy's thinking with these contracts. I think he's got too close of a personal attachment, if you would, to these people and their game, and he thinks that they could be better, which I'm fine with the guys we have on our team. I like Boban, I like Ish Smith. They're quality people, but they're not worth the money you're giving them, which the NBA's broken with the contracts right now. Like, Otto Porter's definitely not worth a max contract. People who don't see games regularly, don't follow the NBA, don't play fantasy basketball, or anything related to basketball. They watch ESPN to talk about with their coworkers or their friends, and they see that Otto Porter gets a max contract, and they think this guy's good, and he's not. He had a career high in points last year, and it was 13 points per game. 2 years ago, he was considered a bust. And now, that's part of the reason KCP left, was he thought he was better than what he was. I seen, I don't know how true this is, that we offered him a 5-year contract with $80 million. And he was insulted by that and didn't want to play for Detroit because we lowballed him, I guess. But I don't know, is he really worth $80 million? I mean, 5 years. I think that might have been right around the ballpark where he's at talent-wise. But the only problem I really see with this Avery Bradley trade, he's gonna want the max contract next year, like KCP. I don't know how much the salary cap's going up. I don't know if it's going up this year or not. But if we can't sign him, we just probably put ourselves in a big pickle here. Because this league is hard to come by shooting guards. And freaking KCP is not that far away from being one of the best shooting guards in the game. Avery Bradley's already considered like top 5 in the league at the shooting guard position. So, you know, it's an improvement, but KCP has more upside and youth to him. Avery Bradley's got more experience in the playoffs. Kyrie Irving said that he hates going against Avery Bradley, that he's a tough on him. So, it's kind of a pick your poison trade. If we're getting rid of KCP, I'm glad we got Avery Bradley to replace him. I think he'd do better than KCP this year. We'll see where the future says, and we'll take it from there. But before I go any further real quick, I was going to say in the beginning of the video, but I forgot. I just want to say thank you to Marcus Morris for everything they did for the Pistons organization. You kind of rekindled the grit of Detroit. You didn't take shit from anybody. You fought each and every night. We're gonna miss you this year for sure. Boston's gonna love you. So I just want to wish Morris the best of luck. He put us back up there in a conversation. So it's kind of a bummer to see him go. I'd liked him a lot. So we'll see where his career goes from here. I hate seeing him jump around from team to team like this. He needs to find a home. I thought his home was going to be here in Detroit. I love the guy. I'm going to miss him. So, thank you, Marcus Morris, for your commitment and your effort, your hustle, each and every night for the Pistons. You will be missed. But I don't want to see Aaron Baines go to Boston. That douchebag just didn't want to play for Detroit anymore. I don't know why. Screw Aaron Baines. I hope he gets hurt this year and realizes he just cost himself by leaving. Although I'm not really gonna miss him that much. I like Boban better, but Aaron Bags is a douchebag. So I don't know if Avery Bradley is gonna put us over the hump this year or not. But with the East getting weaker and weaker every day, it seems like, with the trades that are going on, I think we could be at least top 6 in the East, maybe top 5. You still got Cleveland and Boston, which are going to be your first and second seed. Toronto they lost a little bit of depth this year, but they still got pretty much their starting lineup. I think the Bucks would improve. You got the Wizards still, but really, I think your only contenders for Cleveland is really Boston. Cleveland's pretty much shown they can beat anybody. Although I would like to see them play Washington in the playoffs and see how that's going to go. But you know, you can never tell anymore. Someone gets hurt, if LeBron gets hurt, or Kyrie gets hurt, it's open for business. I don't know if anyone else in the East could really beat the Warriors, but we'd see. I'm just rooting for the Pistons. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see where Motown takes us this year. If we have another losing season, I imagine the Stan Van Gundy's gonna be on the hot seat, and we'd have to think about what we're gonna do with that. So guys, I gotta get back to work. You guys have a good day. Please like and subscribe and share the video. Comment down what you think Detroit needs to get put over the hump. And as always, keep it real.